Well, hello everyone, and greetings, newcomers to believers alike. I just saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse earlier today, and I gotta say, as someone who was a big fan of the first movie, I absolutely love this one. It easily lives up to the hype of being the series Empire Strikes Back. It's not just a great animated movie, not just a great Spider-Man movie, but easily a great movie, full stop. So I'm gonna do my best not to have any spoilers, make sure not to look up any even when they were bombarding my feed with them. I will say that I'm glad that my boy Takuya Yamashiro and the apart on and they're looking forward to seeing more of them across Spider-Verse and beyond Spider-Verse next year, so let's get started. Taking place is roughly 16 months after the events of the first film. We rejoin Miles Morales. He's trying to balance his new life as his universe's one and only Spider-Man, and as well as trying to get ready for college and please his parents. Yeah. At the same time, he meets back up with not only a Spider Gwen and but also a host of new members of the late Spider Society, trusting to keep the balance of the multiverse. I do some very interesting things with the one new characters as well, especially in with Spider Punk, voiced by Daniel Kaluuya, uh, and especially Spider-Man 2099, voiced by Oscar Isaac. Yeah. So, much like the last movie, does some very interesting things with the visual presentation, and not just between like the main universe we inhabit, but also oh Spider Gwen's timeline and the Nueva York, which was also set up a bit in the sting for the last movie. And it's nice to see that thing get fleshed out more, and how they come across nearly every one I'm familiar with, and just with a lot of others I haven't, and also provide this little blueprint for future air films are going to catch not just in this franchise but also others. Won't be saying why here, which should give you an idea of just how much they threw me for a loop. And of course, I especially like what they did with the spot with Jason Schwartzman, who was not the most well-respected villain in the franchise, but what they did with him, especially with like you see one of the clip they shared on PlayStation, and about how they took a relatively goofy villain from the comics and other adaptations and made him into arguably one of the biggest threats I've seen in any Spider-Man and adaptation. Yeah. Among other other animated works they're going to be touching on, as well as very heavy hints are dropping. Apparently, sorry, forgive me a moment. And they've expressed interest in making live action spin offs centered around Miles and Spider Gwen, on top of the existing actors emphasizing surprising their roles. I still have shortlists in my head, including for the Rogues Gallery, and one of which actually got granted head and a sign off on more projects. Again, won't say why. You see the movie, but definitely what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm especially not going to get into detail about the ending either, because across the film's 140-minute runtime, which is a new record for what's animated film, obviously, of someone who's suffered more anime films regularly over a couple hours, definitely bothered me. And since I saw Revenge of the Sith and Batman Begins at theater when I was 13, no issue there. And I definitely can say that I'm very much looking forward to Beyond the Spider-Verse next year, given how both this movie and that one will be worked on at the same time, be released back to back. And this is definitely the franchise's Godfather or Part 2 or Empire Strikes Back moment here. One that not only builds upon the legacy of its senior, but also carries the narrative and characters forward in unique and new ways. Like, from the first shot to the final frame, it really keeps you guessing. So I would say it's this very spectacular 4 out of 4. And now on to riff on some coming attractions. Going by release order, so to keep things relatively manageable, I mean, I'm gonna be working on getting my ticket for Rise of the Beasts next week. I think especially, I'm just gonna have to figure out what venue and time I want to see it. And also got my Maximal shirt ready and washed for then. And on a lesser note, just getting them out of the way, like The Flash. I will definitely say this to both Miller as well as Blue Beetle after seeing this movie. Your move. Hmm. Okay, so in releases not involving giant robots or more a different superhero crossover, we have Elemental also coming out on June 16th, which I have more confidence in, and also another film we're going to be talking about in a moment. I will not worry too much about the early reception. If we've learned one thing from Super Mario's success is that mixed reception is not going to stop a movie from being a success with audiences. I mean, both this and the next movie are going to be addressing got standing ovation for 5 full minutes at con, even if I don't see them else coming back there anytime soon because of how they felt. Okay, so June 30th, Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, and if I'm gonna be totally honest, some of the complaints I'm seeing are actually don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, even when I'm seeing the advertising, it's no more absurd than anything else I've seen in the other movies or the Young Indiana Jones TV show, which I'm gonna be binging before I see this one. Now that they're on D plus, I mean, I do have mixed feelings towards the removal of content they just did, but I don't really. I'm trying not to look at so much as like losing the Willow series, as much as gaining a bunch of indie content, and that's as in Professor Henry Jones II, rather. And it's been suggested that they're going to try and bring this prequel series back in the near future, which could work. I mean, especially, I mean, and I definitely am looking forward to this. It's still my most anticipated film of not only this month but the entire summer. And as someone who has a habit of defending the less than the more divisive entries in series like Temple of Doom and Crystal Skull, I'll be willing to stand for this one. Plus, I've liked James Mangold's work a long time, and definitely agree with Spielberg when he said to him, "I thought I was the one who knew how to make one of these." Well, I guess you learn something new every day. Last but definitely not least is The Marvels, which was going to be this summer, but has been bumped to November 10th, which I actually don't have an issue with. I mean, you wouldn't want more than one film to cannibalize each other. I mean, or even if last year, even though Wakanda Forever did well in that spot, they kind of ended up Sega in themselves with that and Avatar Way of Water sandwiching Strange World in between them. And but I still think this looks like it'll be like a fun sequel to someone who liked the first Captain Marvel, which I still submit would fit right in with the showier blockbusters of the 1995 setting, like Batman Forever and the Power Rangers movie. And it's going to be uniting not just as Carol Danvers, but also Kamala Khan, which I just did the series last year, and also Monica Rambeau, taking up the mantle as Photon. I was wondering if they're going to be doing like a period, another period piece, it, or like the '90s, or now. It looks like they're kind of doing both. I mean, so I also don't have much to add to the discourse. I just mean if I didn't get mad over all the other her stuff, I'm still not gonna get mad about this one. I mean, hey, I think other people can buy like a colorful shirt, at Target, as much as I would want to try and look for a Studio Series version Mirage. I mean, I guess we'll see whenever it ships. I mean, because heck, even with Optimus, yeah, I can tell Rise of the Beast the next film we got in mind. It's the and like for like the Voyager Studio Series for Rise of the Beast, the pre-order sold out on Hasbro Pulse means, so going with the source even has some craziness. Well, but here I go again, kind of rambling. So, anyway, all I got to say for now, and getting Optimus's hand in there, and I will definitely see y'all later. Take care, everyone.